1982, Antarctica. A snowcat carrying 3 Norwegian scientists follows a signal across a large and hilly expanse of snow. They come to a quick halt, and a fracture in the snow/ice dumps the snowcat into a fissure, where it becomes trapped. The snowcat's headlights shine down into the fissure, revealing a spaceship. Sander, a Norwegian scientist, pays a visit to Kate Lloyd, an American paleontologist, and informs her that they have discovered a structure and an organism, and persuades her to travel to Antarctica. Kate and her co-worker, Adam, fly aboard a helicopter piloted by Americans Carter and Jameson to the Norwegian outpost in Antarctica. They arrive at camp and meet the other Norwegians, including Edvard, the camp's leader, and Lars, the only one who doesn't speak English and owns an Alaskan Malamute. Kate and Adam, along with the Norwegians, board a snowcat and travel to the location where they can see the top of the ship in the ice. They show Kate a strange-looking critter imprisoned in ice some distance from the ship. Back at camp, they plan to remove the organism, which they estimate will take the better part of a day. The organism is extracted and placed in a wooden room at the camp while still encased in the ice block. Sander informs the team that he wishes to obtain a tissue sample first, which Kate objects to since sterilizing and other preventative precautions are required. He warns her not to question him in front of the others again. They drill a hole in the ice and extract a frozen flesh sample from the organism, which they then place in a petri dish. Later, while partying in the camp's activity room, the entire team discovers they have discovered aliens. Meanwhile, the ice block starts to melt. Jameson exits the bathroom and enters the room with the ice block. The invisible thing appears out of the ice and leaps through the roof. Jameson returns to the recreation room and informs the others that the thing is still alive and has fled. They all go to the room and witness the ice block with the hole that the thing left after escaping. Henrik and Olav, 2 Norwegians, notice the thing beneath one of the buildings. One of the tentacles emerges and pierces Henrik's chest, splattering blood on Olav's face. The thing then drags Henrik back beneath the structure and begins to devour him. Olav screams, and they all flee. They start shooting at the thing with their rifles, which has no impact other than driving the thing to jump inside the structure and climb it. The group douses it with kerosene and sets it on fire. The thing collapses to the ground, Henrik still dangling partly out of its jaws. Olav is being treated and appears to be in critical condition. One of the men consoles Juliet, the only other girl on the Norwegian team. Carter informs the squad that he will return Olav to civilization in the morning since he requires medical attention. Sander has the thing's charred remains returned inside. Inside the thing, they see the upper half of Henrik's torso, and Kate remarks that his skin appears practically new. Later, Kate and Adam examine the thing's cells under a microscope. Not only are the cells still alive, but they are engulfing and then duplicating Henrik's cells. Kate is in the bathroom the next morning. She notices something bloody on the floor and picks up 4 bloody, silver tooth fillings with a napkin. She then notices a lot of blood in the shower. Olav and Griggs, another Norwegian, board the chopper with Carter and Jameson, and the 4 take off. Kate rushes outdoors to confront them. Carter decides to land after seeing her flagging them down. Olav inquires if something is wrong because he appears to be in distress. Griggs tells him that everything is okay before splitting his face in 2 and opening his chest to expose tentacles and rib-like teeth. Kate and Sander stand by and watch as the helicopter loses control and crashes behind the mountain. Kate returns inside and reveals that she discovered silver fillings in the bathroom. She informs them about the cells multiplying and how her idea is that the thing is capable of precisely replicating any organism. However, it cannot imitate inorganic stuff, such as metal teeth fillings or Henrik's metal plate, and rejects them. No one believes her, so a few members of the crew board a snow cat and travel to a nearby Russian camp for assistance. Juliet remains behind with Kate and informs her that she saw Colin emerge from the restroom with a rag. Kate informs her that they must prevent the team from leaving, and Juliet claims to know where the keys to the snow cats are, as Kate looks in a drawer for the keys. She hears a slimy noise from behind her. Juliet has split in half. The Juliet thing attacks her, but Kate rushes out of the room, down the corridor, and warns another Norwegian to run. If he doesn't, the Juliet thing will stab him with a tentacle. Adam and Lars enter as Kate closes the hallway door. Lars possesses a flamethrower pack. They allow Juliet to absorb the man she attacked. Lars sets fire to Juliet thing and the other Norwegian. Kate informs the team that the thing is similar to a virus. Anyone that gets blood or thing cells on them is apparently absorbed. While Lars and Kate disable all of the snow cats, Adam and Sander work in the lab. Lars displays a cache of grenades to Kate. As they return, they notice that part of the camp is on fire, and it is the lab. They then notice two persons approaching from behind them. It's Carter and Jameson. They couldn't have just walked away from the helicopter disaster, so everyone assumes they're thing copies. They both get locked up. When the crew begins to accuse one another, Kate reveals she knows of another test. She takes out a flashlight and instructs Lars to open his mouth. She informs the team that the thing replicas would not have any fillings. Except for Sander, Edvard, Colin, and Adam, who do not have any fillings in their teeth, everyone is ruled out as a suspect. Lars and another Norwegian, Jonas, travel to the building where Jameson and Carter are supposed to be, but they aren't there. They got out via a hole on the floor. Lars rushes in search of them and flees into a building, only to be taken inside. Jonas returns to the others to inform them that Carter and Jameson have murdered Lars. Carter and Jameson enter the building and engage in a standoff with Petter. The remainder of the team has taken cover behind Petter. Edvard orders Petter to murder Carter and Jameson. Jameson shoots Petter in the head with a rifle just before he blasts them with his flamethrower, but he also hits the flamethrower tank, causing gas to flow out. The gas explodes when it hits the flame on the end of the flamethrower. The blast knocks Edvard to the ground, badly injuring him. Carter and Jameson instantly have an advantage because they have all of the weaponry. They persuade everyone to enter the recreation room, and two of the Norwegians carry Edvard. When Edvard enters the room, his limbs detach from his body and morph into little, crab-like monsters, one of which attacks Jonas and attaches itself to his face. The Edvard thing then sprouts a tentacle that stabs and seriously injures Adam before mortally injuring Jameson. Kate and Carter attempt to start the flamethrower but are unable owing to trapped air in the main fuel line. The Edvard thing sprouts additional arms and legs and crawls closer to Adam, where it begins to merge with him, causing their faces to fuse. Kate attempts to use the flamethrower on the Edvard/Adam thing, but it escapes and falls down in the snow. She returns to the rec room and discovers Jonas being assimilated by the arm thing, killing both of them with the flamethrower. Carter stays with Jameson till he dies. Carter steps back so Kate can use the flamethrower on the dead Jameson. Colin flees into the property amid the chaos. Kate and Carter are on the lookout for the thing. Meanwhile, Sander hides behind a desk, but the thing discovers him and assaults him. The thing follows Carter into the kitchen after Carter and Kate split up. Kate blasts it with the flamethrower just before it strikes Carter, causing it to burst through a wall and tumble to the snow outside, burning. They saw the Sander thing flee in a snowcat. Carter tells Kate to let him go because he will freeze and has nowhere else to go. Kate says he does have a place to go, he can try to assimilate with other people. Kate and Carter board the other snowcat and accompany Sander to the spaceship. Kate's attention is drawn to the jewelry in Carter's left ear as they go. Carter also informs her that they did not murder Lars. They proceed towards an open hatch in the spacecraft, but the ship activates, and Kate falls through a vent. Carter enters via the hatch. Kate arrives at what appears to be the ship's energy source. The Sander thing is chasing her into a tunnel behind her. As the thing drags Kate out of the tunnel, she snatches a grenade. She throws the grenade into the thing's mouth, causing it to explode and destroying it as well as the ship's energy supply. Carter enters the snowcat, but Kate abruptly tells him to wait while she places the flamethrower in the rear. "You know how I knew you were human back at the camp," she says as she stands outside the cat. "It's your earring." Carter no longer wears an earring. He reaches up and tugs at his right ear, which is ringless. "It was the other ear," Kate adds as she douses him with the flamethrower. Carter makes an awful shrieking noise as he burns. She climbs into the other cat and flees to the Russian camp.